I literally don't understand what happened. It was working and then it stopped. I don't get it. I got you, Luke. I got you, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Jeez Louise, man. I like these mics. I like them a lot, but good night. I've been having trouble with them. This little thing right here on another one broke on yesterday while we were recording our bottom 5 and top 5 for this week. So yeah, dang it, man, sucks. Sound went out, no sound. Yep, I know. Bing, bing, bing. All right, well, anyway, I did a weekend review. Talked about all the stuff I did last week. Metal Gear Solid, Friday. Final Girl, Falconwood Files from Season 3. That was on Thursday. I reviewed Hamster Roll here on the Flipside on Wednesday. And then on the Dice Tower on Wednesday, I reviewed Sausage Sizzle. We did It Belongs in a Museum on Tuesday. And then last Monday, we did one of these, Fireside Chats, where we were giving a debrief of going to Dice Tower West. On Saturday, Jessie and I, as per usual, did a live Q&A, which was kind of her opportunity to give a debrief on Dice Tower West, and among other things. Yeah, that was our weekend review. And stupid microphones. Actually, they're good microphones. I like them, but they have a couple of
intricacies about them. It says that you're supposed to hold them like this. You're supposed to put them out because this antenna is supposed to, says, please unfold antenna while in use to ensure stability of signal. Well, that means that there's this arm that has a weak link right here, and one of them broke. It still works, but I'm just going to keep it as a backup of a backup until I can purchase a new one. But anyway, they're not bad. I will say that I've already had to replace 2 of the microphone cords because they both stopped working. So I guess I just don't have the best of luck with technology, apparently. So anyway, we're going to clip this little bad boy right here. And I think that'll be good for now. Because let's leave it alone. All right, so yep, heard the then nothing. Heard the clap, then it went off. Wow. The only thing I can think of, thanks everybody for clipping on me. I appreciate it, and thank you, Luke, for calling. But I did catch it after when I looked down and I saw Luke was calling me. Luke doesn't normally call me. He's in the chat. Let me look at my volume. Oh yeah, I don't have any volume. Well, crap, what's going on? Pull it out and it was off. But here's the thing, people. I know for a fact that I turned it on when I turned the receiver on so that I could check to make sure that it was getting signal to the receiver. I did that. So I was wearing it in a different place than normal. I was clipped it to the top of my back pocket, so I'm wondering if the power button just rubbed on the back of the chair here and turned itself off. That's what I'm talking about. Cool, can't hear him. Unfortunately, can still see him. Well, it's probably better that you couldn't hear me, Eric, because I gave you some what for. But just in case you missed it, which I think you did, I want to make sure I got it. The only reason I'm having all of these problems, it's on purpose, just to get under Eric's skin. That's it. It's just to get under Eric's skin, so mission accomplished. There we go. I'm not reading licks. Look at the chat, Sam. I did. I think he's messing with us. I'm not. No, I'm sorry. I was messing with you, Eric. Yes, absolutely. Everybody else just had to endure it. He just saw it. Now it's on. Back. Ha, we have volume. You're back. Need to start over. You're back. Dang it. Don't clap again. I'm just kidding. The clap didn't do anything wrong. I still have volume, but that was fun. That was fun. All right, so did you just see Simon teasing their next game found will be a remake of The Adventures? What do you feel about the remake? I'll look that up in just a minute, Henrik. I'll come back to it, I promise, because that's a good thing for me to look at. I'll share my screen as we look through it and all of that kind of stuff. With Iconic doing Tomb Raider and Simon doing Adventures around same time, yikes. Yeah, that's one of the things that I wish publishers kind of talk to each other a little bit more about, because they're only going to hurt each other. And not that everybody needs to get everything, but a lot of people are not going to be able to back both. And I don't know. Apparently you didn't pay them. What? Guess me paying off the tech guys to interfere is paying off. No, it's not paying off, because I'm the tech guy and you're not paying off anything. I'm the tech guy here. That's the problem. I'm the tech guy, but I'm not a tech guy. It's Monday. Stuff happens. We lost power for 6 hours this morning. Nothing like getting ready for work with a camping lantern. Oh, that sucks. Michael Hernandez, happy St. Patrick's. Very good day, sir. Michael Hernandez. Did you go to Colonial Christian School, Michael Hernandez? You said sir. So I'm assuming that you are a former student of mine. If so, it's good to see you. If not, Still good to see you, but just with less of a connection. That's the pro. He beat me to it. Yep, see? That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for sharing, Sam. You are welcome. You are absolutely welcome. I'm here to help. So, Odinata Creations, it's the leprechauns. No, don't blame the leprechauns now. Because this is Happy St. Patrick's Day, man. This is a happy. All right, so let's see. What are we doing here, Michael Hearn? Yes, sir. All right, very cool. Good to see you, buddy. All right, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, so are you, Sam, are you backing Champions of Midgard 10th anniversary? I am 100% all in. Are you interested in the solo mode at all? I am interested in the solo mode. I can't, unfortunately, show you, but I was actually looking at the Kickstarter today. I've been seeing a lot of negative buzz about it, and I wasn't pleased with hearing the negative buzz about it, because Champions of Midgard is a great game. I've always thought that it really needed a deluxeified version. And so when I started seeing and hearing the rumblings that there was going to be a 10th anniversary edition, I was super pumped about it. Will you be discussing Dice Tower West? We did that last week. I did a debrief of Dice Tower West last Monday, and then we did another one on live Q&A so that Jess and I could both talk about it together. So I will talk less about Dice Tower West today than I have probably. If you have any questions, Vanessa, about Dice Tower West, feel free to ask and I'll answer them. But that is not the designated direction that we're heading in for this one, because we did it last week. But ask away whatever questions you might have, Vanessa. It'll be fine. Derek says it's spring break and I'm finally going to get Star Wars Rebellion with the expansion to the table. Which is easier to play for new players, Rebellion or Empire? Probably Empire, because they're stronger at the beginning. Yeah, I would say Empire is probably easier because they're just stronger at the beginning. It's been a long time since I've played Star Wars Rebellion though, so I don't know. It could be that the Rebellion's easier because they have fewer stuff out there, and you're basically just trying to run away, but not run away, but you're basically trying to be rebels. You know, you're trying to rebel. You're not really trying to be an overt, hammer. Whereas that is what the Empire is doing. So I think it's easier to be the hammer than it is to be the guy that's trying to sneak around. So there you have it. Stupid ads. Yeah, that's true. Stupid is as stupid does. I'm just kidding, Eric, dude. I feel like, Sam, what's your thoughts on the Dice Tower move to Fort Myers? We'll talk about that in a little bit too. $250. I'm getting 2, Eric says. Right, Eric. Okay, dude. Nah, I'm good. Just didn't realize it had already been discussed. I didn't really get a chance to watch chat. No worries. I'm sorry, Vanessa. Okay, so let me go ahead and get my extra little thing going here. So let's get over to, let's see, what is it? Let's see, let's cancel that for a minute. Let me get back to the chat, because there were a couple of things that you guys wanted to talk about. Tomb Raider and Adventures, Simon and that. Okay. So let's go to, first of all, Kickstarter. I will be sharing my screen. I just got to get over there first. All right, peeps. So chill. Kickstarter. Got that going out. Bum, 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 bum. Board games. Board games. Yes, I have a wonderful voice. You don't know how wonderful it is. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going up. All right, let's see. Let's go with board games. Let's do that. All projects in all categories, and then let's do with show me on Earth, sorted by magic, sorted by popularity. How's that? No, sorted by most funded, maybe? Or let's go with end date. Nah. Let's go with newest. But that's probably not going to cover most of it. But okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to go with adventures. Boom. Let's see. Let's go adventures. Simon. That's not the right one. I'm not seeing it. So let's do this. Let's come back and we'll go Kickstarter, Simon Adventures. Exclusive deal with GameFound. Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Looking ahead, GameFound announced exclusive pack. That was last year. GameFound, Simon Adventures. Wow, this is riveting stuff. Coming soon to GameFound, the adventures are back. Yeah. Boom. All right. Simon, got it. Deep in the jungle, scorching sun. Yeah. Let's go here. Let's go with that. Okay. I mean, all right, so here we go. Let me go ahead and share this because, yeah, I know. I'm a jerk. I'm a dork. 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 Monitor, no, window, configure. Google Chrome. Okay. So I'll put that over here so you can see what I'm looking at. But choose your adventure to grab all three in the collector's edition. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff over here, but I mean, that's funny. Why are they bringing it back though? Coming soon to GameFound. Just take all my money. Ancient treasures await. I can't use my sound because it'll produce a feedback and echo and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I remember playing that. That's for sure. Back with a twist for the modern gamer. So the Temple of Shock, Pyramid of Horus, and the third one, a third new one, I guess. Oh boy. So, it's I mean, it's interesting. Just a new tool on our website, provides real-time status updates for all our products. The link is in our available bio. That's a cool idea. That's cool. Quest for hidden treasures begins in the heart of danger. Will you survive the journey and claim the ultimate prize? Coming to GameFound. Okay. With a twist for the modern gamer is probably what that game needed. It was okay back in the day. I can't say that I really... I mean, I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong. I liked it, but it wasn't... It's definitely not one of the games that I thought, wow, they really need to redo that game. So we'll see how that goes. As far as anything else, all pubs playing it safe right now. Tariffs have everyone freaked. All right, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Kickstarter for let's do Champions of Midgard. Kickstarter. 10th anniversary there. Oh, did I get the right one? Yes, I did. Okay. There we go. Taking a look at this one. Let's do this. All right, so we're taking a look at Champions of Midgard, 10th anniversary edition, and just look at that right there. I mean, if we push play here, we'll see the video that's coming, that's been made. I know it's kind of weird that it has no sound, but I apologize. If we speed it up a little bit, blah, 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 10th anniversary edition. So those look amazing. Then those do too. All of this stuff that they have coming, it looks great. Now I know that's all 3D renders pretty much, but I mean, it's like, oh, look at that. That's pretty funny. That's the size of the box. That looks interesting. I don't think that's going to be the size of the box. I think it's going to be bigger than that. This edition will never be available again. No, I have no idea. Okay. So let's look at what's coming in the 10th anniversary edition of the box. Let's talk about something first before we go there. All right, because one of the things that I've been hearing a lot about is that it's so expensive. I get that. What is affordable for one person is nowhere near affordable for somebody else. Absolutely get that. That's one of the reasons why I barely cover prices in my reviews at all. I view that my job as a content creator is to review the game. And then whether or not it's affordable for you, that's your decision, not mine. So I talk about the game. I talk about what I like about the game. I talk about what I don't like about the game, possibly. I talk about what I think you might like about the game. But I usually stay away from price unless it's like super cheap, comparatively speaking. For example, I put up there on the Sausage Sizzle review at the Dice Tower that it was like 15 bucks. And that was from their website. And then I went and looked at other websites and it was like 13 bucks. So again, it's like 2 cups of coffee or a board game or a dice game that you can play with a bunch of people. Okay, all right, that's not gonna break the bank. Generally speaking, I know a cup of coffee at a coffee shop is expensive for people nowadays. I get that. So this is why I stay away from prices usually. So I'm going to stay away from talking about the price. Do I think that 250 is too much? Do I think that 250 is whatever? I'm not going to talk about that because that's not my call. The only time that that is my call to make is if I'm the one that's planning on backing it or not backing it. That's the only time I have that call to make. All right. So that's your decision, not mine. Okay. So, and that's what a lot of people have been talking about, at least what I've seen. You know, it's, you know, I've seen people call it a cash grab. And I'm like, that's kind of like that's kind of what all deluxe editions are. You don't, they're cash grabs. But again, cash grab to me is a derogatory phrase. Like if you call something a cash grab, you're throwing some shade with that word. And maybe it's intentional, maybe it's not intentional, but I don't see what the difference between what Gray Fox is doing and what Awakened Realms is doing with the deluxe version of Castles of Burgundy and the deluxe version of Puerto Rico and the deluxe version of this, the deluxe version of that. I mean, by and large, people aren't going and saying that this is a cash, those things are cash grabs. But they're saying it about, I don't understand why. So here's the thing. Now, I don't get it. I don't get it, okay? So, because there's, in my opinion, there's no difference between the two. So, with that having been said, let's go ahead and take a look at the Kickstarter because this is a game that I really, really do enjoy. This is a game that I have rated very highly, and it is a game that more often than not, I will absolutely sit down and play a game with you if you want to play a game of it. So take that for what it's worth. On the surface level, this looks amazing. Okay, on the surface level, this looks amazing. I'm loving all of the player trays. I'm loving all the component trays. I'm loving these boats that are look amazing. I'm loving the new resin dice. The dice tower can be either here or there for me because I've got a million of them. I don't have a million dice towers, but I've got plenty of dice towers and dice cups. I don't need another one. The 3D sculpted components that they have in here, the meat and the wood, they look amazing. All right, so everything is looking amazing. All right, now where a lot of people are coming into it is this right here. They're saying, what? $250? Okay. Yes, I get that. That's called sticker shock. That happens a lot. This is what you're getting. It's considered a collector's edition. That's another thing that is probably driving up the price a little bit because they are not going to be making these and putting them in the mass market or to into distribution. They're just not going to be able to do it because they are not going to be able to sell it in retail. Period. They're not going to be able to get the price low enough to be able to still have a profitable margin with something like this in retail. So they're not going to do it. So they tell you in the very beginning of the video, this will not be available after this Kickstarter is over, with the caveat being unless somebody that backed this is going to sell their copy. All right, so and don't buy, here we go, listen to me, don't buy from a person that backed this Kickstarter unless they're going to charge you what they paid. Period. In a discussion. Just don't do it. Don't let them gouge you because that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to prey on your fear of missing out. And this, I'm talking about scalpers because I throw them into the same category here. People who back Kickstarters and then make money on people who didn't back the Kickstarter and their FOMO. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Anyway, rant over. This will never be made again. This is going to be printed once. So either you pay $250 now for it, or you're going to pay out the nose from somebody trying to make his money back and then some at the after it's all said and done. So just don't do that. Anyway, all of the stuff that's going to come in this, these are amazing. Love it. I'm curious as to see how big these are in real life. It did show that some of the dice can be stacked inside of them, so that might be a good kind of barometer there, but generally speaking, these look really cool. I love the dice. I like the idea of having acrylic sacrifice tokens instead of the cardboard ones. These dark washed wood logs and the full color food pieces, those look awesome. I already told you that the dice tower is neither here nor there for me, but these favor horns look amazing. I already have the playmat, but it says with new alternative art on the other side. It's a double-sided one. That's interesting because it won't have a grip. Well, we'll see. It depends. These are cool as well. Also, not necessary, but hey, it's a collector's edition. It's a deluxe edition. Okay, cool. I don't like that they have horns on it, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I do like these little things. Dual layered leaderboards are also a cool thing. So that's good. Metal coins, always a plus for a deluxe version. The game tray storage system, huge benefit in my opinion, huge benefit. Now look, I'm trying to look at this objectively, all right? Because I don't know if I'm going to back it or not. Now, that's not talking about do I want to. Yes, I absolutely want to. I don't know if I'm going to or not because I don't know if I can afford it right now. But before we get there, I do want to talk about this right here. All right, so everybody's up in arms, the $249 level. Okay, I understand that. But nobody, I think, is talking about this right here. You can get the deluxe version of the game with both expansions for $150. It's going to come with dual layer boards. It's going to come with all of these guys as your workers. So instead of the acrylic standees, you're going to have these meeples. You're going to have all of these deluxe components, regular acrylic dice instead of the resin ones. You're going to have these trays that you're going to have available, all of these deluxe-ish components, and the board. So then you can also just get the upgrade kit. If you already have the base game of Champions of Midgard, you can get the upgrade kit. And it's going to have some of these game trays and all of these little deluxe components that you can put in your base game that you already have. Solo mode. This looks like an add-on. So if you just want the solo mode, I'm pretty sure you can back for $1 and just get the solo mode in the plus new exclusive promo compatible with any version of Champions of Midgard. This looks like it's going to be an add-on, in my opinion. You can also get the promo pack. That's pretty cool as well. So they're very clear here about what everything is being offered and everything that's going to be awesome and all of, yeah, see, there you go, add-on, $15. If you want the solo mode, you don't want anything else, $15. You know, I mean, I'm having a real hard time throwing a whole lot of shade. Now, again, here's the thing. This is a game that I enjoy. Period. End of discussion. This is a game that I rate very highly. So I want to back this with almost every fiber of my being. Honestly, I'm probably going to. and I'll give away my other edition. I'm probably going to go all in, and I'm going to give away my other copy. That's the long and the short of it. That's what I'm leaning towards right now. I'm not saying I'm going to back it. I'm not saying I'm not going to back it. But I am leaning in that direction right now. So there you have it. What do I think about? I think it's a really neat addition. I think they've got a lot of different options for you to go in on this one. If you haven't purchased it yet, they have a lot of different options for you to go for. They have the deluxe edition for $150, which really, frankly, it has both of the expansions in it, and it has all of the deluxe components. I think, my opinion, that's a good buy. $150 for Champions of Midgard with both expansions and deluxe components, that's a good buy. Spend an extra $100 and you get all the really, really nice stuff. Some people are going to be able to do it. Some people aren't, period. And I can't tell you to do one or the other. That's it. That's all I really have to say about that. But I will say this, and I already said it, I'm just reiterating it. I don't think they deserve any of the hate that they've been getting for that Kickstarter. I just don't. So, yeah. Oh, and horns on the Viking helmets? All right, so that is Champions of Midgard. Another one that I was looking at today. Oh, wait. Is this one right here. And we're going to go look at that because this is another one that I'm super looking at right now. And that is Northgard Uncharted Horizons. This is, going famously, as you can see. And so the thing that was I was curious about is if I can get just the expansions, and I don't see that I can. That's a pretty cool thing. I didn't know they were going to do this, but I'm very cool with it. They included my quote here, and they included a link to the review that I did way back when. So that was cool of them. I appreciate that. I do, because it's going to drive more people to the channel, which is an awesome thing. So I appreciate that. So the expansion gives you just the newest expansion. I wish they would have included all of the expansions, but it looks like, as far as I can tell, the only way you can get all of the expansions is if you go with the bundle, which is going to be the collector edition of Northgard, which I'm not opposed to buying because I really do like the game, and I would like to have some of these upgraded components that come in that collector's edition of the game. Then it's also going to give me the Uncharted Horizons box, and the Wilderness expansion and the War Chief expansion. So it looks like this is the only way I can get all of it, and that's a pretty hefty price tag. But, I mean, again, I was just talking about how 250, but, I don't know. I just wish that they had a one just in expansions, because I already had the base game. So, but anyway, that's just what I'm looking at. But all of this stuff looks really cool, and I'm really looking forward to this one as well. So we'll have to see. I have some decisions to make, but it was cool that I was not expecting to see my video there. So I'm very appreciative of that for them, to them for that rather. That just really looks cool. I love how the board looks laid out there. But this is another one. I like it. So we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. Let me get back to all of the, let's see. All right, don't clap again. Good job, Luke. Let's see here. All right, so the question, another question was, Sam has a voice for still photos. I don't know. I don't know if I want to agree with you on that. Let's see. All right, so now I'm back. So what's your thoughts on the Dice Tower's move to Fort Myers? I did talk to Tom a lot today. He made the announcement yesterday, and I kind of sent him a text and say, hey, is this good news or what? And he says, no, it's good news. And I was like, okay. So I was at a Bible study group for at church this morning when they went live, and so Jess was watching, and she, let me know that it was a move to Fort Myers, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I talked to Tom this morning, and again, I haven't watched the Q&A this morning, so I don't know exactly what he has said, what he hasn't said, but they're all excited about it. They're all excited about the move to Fort Myers, and it's going to be a move, and it's going to be a lot of logistical nightmare, and but generally speaking, everybody is excited for the move, and it was almost a unanimous decision, and I mean like 99.9% everybody's on board. You know what I mean? So I'm happy for him. I think it's a great thing. He talked about a little bit the moving into a commercial area in Fort Myers instead of doing it in a house like they're doing it now, and so it's a very positive move in the right direction for the Dice Towers. So I'm very happy for them about it. And to answer Tom's tongue-in-cheek statement from before, no, I'm not moving to Fort Myers. The Dice Tower is. I am not. I'm still going to be working remotely with them. Scott Drew, Sam equals church mouse equals ads equals bullhorn. I don't quite understand that, but okay. I think it's funny. I don't regret getting premium back in October. No ads. Sam has a voice for still photos. I don't understand that. It sounds like it might be a compliment, but I don't think it is. Would you use the cards with Darth Vader on them or the original cards? Oh, I don't know. I have premium too. Hate ads. I think Simon is on GameFound now. Yeah, they are. That's true. You're right. I was looking on Kickstarter. I'm stupid. Wish photos talked and he was still. Jeez. Boy, Eric's on fire today. All right. I'm going to have to do something to keep up. Simon is on GameFound now. Let's see. Yep. I got it. Maybe it isn't live yet. I'm riveted. I'm sure you are, Eric. I'm very consumed with making sure you stay riveted. Like literally, somebody needs to rivet you down. Good thing I'm busy eating dinner or I would have nodded off by now. Wow. All right, Vanessa, you're getting a little spicy too. Jeez Louise. I found the trailer on X, but is basically a CG trainer and pictures of three boxes in the end. Nah, not as much as a stream. Jeez Louise, you people. Board Game Wire posted an article last week about Simon posting huge losses. I know. That's what has me. That's what I'm like. That has things. That gives me reason to pause. Having that article show up. And then, hey, everybody, we're doing adventures again on GameFound. I don't know, I know Joey on the Dice Tower likes the adventurers. Well, I do too. I like the adventurers. It's not that I don't like the game. It's just it was never a game that I thought, wow, this needs another version or something like that. It just never thought of it that way. I haven't seen a ton of negativity around Well, maybe it's just me in the circle I'm running in. I don't know. People saying the deluxe edition is only a dual layer player boards and art upgrades for 150 bucks, but I think the point is the anniversary edition. The point is the anniversary edition. That's the thing. It's like, I mean, well, it's not the same price, but I mean the anniversary edition of what is it? I mean, it was almost like an auto buy for me. The anniversary edition of Amon-Ra. That was like an auto buy. I know it's not the same, but I mean, like for example, okay, hold on. Let me look at this. Let me look. Hold on. Let me look at this real quick because boom. All right. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. All right. Foundations of Rome, the Maximus Pledge. So the all-in for Foundations of Rome was 250 bucks. Right? You have Maximus Edition here, 200 bucks. So we're talking 250, 200 bucks. That's Foundations of Rome. All right? Great game. Super deluxe components. Awesome. Great. Awesome. There were people who didn't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just the people that I'm talking to. Maybe it's just that. But I mean, Foundations of Rome. That was a $200 to $250 game too, and we didn't hear anything about that about them, or maybe they did. I don't know. But the amount of game that you get, like Foundations of Rome, is a super simple game, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. But I think Champions of Midgard is a better game. Again, that's my opinion. And if it gets the same deluxe, and it's the same, I don't know. See, I don't know. I just have a hard time, I guess, delineating between the two. It's just what it is. FOMO activated. Sorry, Philip. The last time I played Champions of Midgard was August 2021. Well, that sounds like a you problem, Vanessa. Sorry, you were spicy earlier, so don't go. Might be a larger board like Ticket to Ride did with their 75th anniversary edition. David Brownlee, howdy, just finished a game of Heat. Unfortunately, the Irish and Green did not take first place this time. Oh well, don't mind me. I'm frugal. You are, and most people should be. Okay? That's one. No, I'm sorry. That is your one positive characteristic trait, Eric. See, I'm trying to fire back. Hate to say it and call out a business, but the Game Steward's entire business model is scalping crowdfunded games. I get it. I understand. And again, that I just did a quick search. All right, I just did a quick search, but still, the amount of game that you get in one is not the same as the other. And that's not derogatory, because I really like Foundations of Rome. Totally like it. We take it to almost our church meetings. We take it to almost all of our church meetings because that's where we have a lot more room to set that game up. And people ask us to bring it almost every single time. So this is not a derogatory statement against Foundations of Rome. I just don't understand the difference between the two. If it's $200 to $250 for one, and it's $200 to $250 for the other, and they're both deluxified editions, and they're both like super nice versions of the game, what's the difference? I don't understand. I'm just scared I won't get the rules, and it will just sit there never being played. For Champions of Midgard, bro, I can help you with that, man. The Dice Tower can help you with that. I think they have it on Diced as well, which is a tutorial app that'll teach you how to play the game. It's not difficult with all of those resources. Okay. Will it fit sleeve cards? I have no idea. You have to ask the company. Got to head out, start getting ready for choir practice. Bye, everyone. See you later, Vanessa. There's a solo mode. There is a solo with upgrade pledge tier. The solo with upgrade pledge tier. Why not get it in payments? Yeah, that's a possibility as well. I'd be happy to play it if you get the new version. I'm sure you will. I will be too. I hear you, Sam, on the same situation with Arnak expansion, really fighting the urge. Yep. Out of my $25 range. That's awesome. I would also say the base game and 2 expansions is a good deal at $149. Yeah, I do too. I like the people versus the helmets. Yeah. And again, that might be one of the things. I remember Lance talking about that a little bit, where people are going in and talking about, I don't want this, I want this, but I want this, this, and this, but I don't want this one thing, and I want this, 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 and this, but I don't want these 2 things. He said that he's made a post about there's been a lot of that in there, and that's normal. You're not going to be able to please everybody with the things that you offer. I think I would choose Fort Myers over Miami. Yeah. He was saying today that it's a much nicer area. So, prefer the Midgard Meeples in Deluxe over the Acrylic Sandy in Collector Edition. Huh. I don't. I think the Meeples in the Deluxe Edition are a little too cartoony. I think it takes away from the artwork of the game a little bit too much. But, I mean, it's still a Deluxe component. It's still nice, but I think it's a disconnect thematically. That's my only thing. Hold up. We are the people you're talking to. Truth. The best place for those games is in your friend's collection that you can play whenever you see them. They can pay for it. That's true. Have you used Dized much? I have used Dized in the past, not recently, but I did also do some contract work for them back after I stopped working for Monster Fight Club and before I started this channel. So they're a couple of great guys. Small company, but they've got a great little product on their hands, and it's very useful to help you and walk you through a game. For me, I'd rather spend money on more game, Lacerda, than cosmetic stuff. I get you. If Lacerda is your norm, then Champions of Midgard is probably going to feel like a mid-weight game for you, which is what it is. It's a mid-weight level game, but it's a little bit more complex than what a lot of people would think is mid-weight. But if your norm is Lacerda, Champions of Midgard is going to feel a little on the light side for you. Surprised more people don't know about Dized. I've used Dized for a couple of the Tiny Epic games. It really helped with them. Yeah, and that's. I think Gameling Games has all of the Tiny Epic games on Dized. Blood Rage is on Dized. There's been a number of different games that have been. It just hasn't really caught on, which is unfortunate because I think they have a great product. It's just I don't know that publishers think it's necessary, and I would highly disagree with most of the publishers who say that having a tutorial app is not necessary. I would highly disagree with it. I think any way that you can get your game on the table and played faster is worth it. Because I would imagine one of the biggest hurdles to getting games to the table is reading rule books for most people. I know that there are a lot of people out there that read fast and they can grok things that they read really fast. I think JT is one of those people. He just is inherently good at grokking and internalizing and understanding how rule books work. And the information that's conveyed, but I think he's an exception, and people like him are an exception. So I think the Diced app is a great tool that I wish more publishers utilized. Not just because I want Diced to be successful, and I do because they're great guys, but I think it would be better for our hobby if more people had tutorial apps. Because, I mean, come on. Everybody's got a phone nowadays, right? Everybody's got a phone. Everybody's got an iPad or some kind of derivative. And it's simple to use. Diced has game tutorials. They have an app. I think they also have a website. Yes, they do. Component and organizer-wise, I mean, let's see. Eagle Griffin does a good job with Lacerda games, component and organizer-wise. I would agree with that. I like to read rule books and teach games, Alexander says. Yep, most people do. I think JT does as well. I know he enjoys teaching games. I also know that there are some games that he does not want to teach anymore because they're just too heavy. They're too convoluted, and it takes too long to teach them. So, despise learning games from a rulebook only. I can't do it. Understood. Jess 3713 says recommendation for an 8-year-old that loves Marvel United and Dice Throne. Also, his birthday is tomorrow. Marvel United and Dice Throne. Oh goodness, where is it? Unmatched. Unmatched, I think, would be a good. I think Unmatched would be a good game for somebody who likes Marvel Dice Throne and Marvel United. Well, maybe not. You didn't say Dice Throne, Marvel Dice Throne, but Unmatched is a great little system as well. That kind of fits within that complexity of Marvel United and Dice Throne. So, and so you might be able to go to your local game store and pick up a copy of Unmatched. They have a whole lot of smaller boxes that usually have anywhere from 2 to 4. Well, is it 3? I think it's 2. It's anywhere from 2 to 4 characters in it, and it also comes with usually a double-sided board that you can play on both of those different sides, and it provides a little bit of a different feel. So I would push you towards Unmatched, probably. Jess 3713. Hopefully you're still here. Marvel United Dice Throne. My gut says King of Tokyo. Yeah, that would be another one as well. Depends on. I might. Those are all competitive games. I don't know if. Yeah, King of Tokyo would be cool. King of Monster Island is also a good cooperative version of King of Tokyo. But really, my gut was Unmatched. That was the first one that came to mind. Luke Cyrus says, how would you compare Lords of Waterdeep to Midgard? Been too long since I played Waterdeep. Oh, geez. I don't think I would be able to compare the two. They're both very much worker placement games, but I think Lords of Waterdeep feels more like a worker placement game than Champions of Midgard does. But again, dude, it's been so long since I played Waterdeep. JT would probably be a better person to ask that question to. Eric, 8-year-old? TI4. Nope, not the correct answer, Eric. Good try, though. A for effort. I still find some people struggle with pre-learning the game using videos, and when you get to the table, the videos and such don't transfer well. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe also Funko vs. Marvel, and I think it's cheap. Unmatched has adventures, which makes it co-op. True. Marvel United is great because it's light on the reading. Dice Throne, I've been helping him with the reading. I have United and love it. King of Tokyo is one of his favorites as well. There you go. I think I'll stick firm with Unmatched. I think because there's not a whole lot of reading in that. There's minimal reading on the cards, and there's it's not a difficult system at all. I think he'll be able to latch onto it if he can handle Dice Throne and the complexities that are there, and he can also handle Marvel United and the complexities that are there. I think he'll be able to handle Unmatched pretty well. And they also have Marvel Unmatched. They have a lot of Marvel characters. So if he likes Marvel, then that's going to be, there's a lot of sets that have Marvel characters in them. So I can just bring some of these out here. For King and Country, has Black Panther, Winter Soldier, and Black Panther and Black Widow. Then there's another set that has Daredevil, Elektra, and Bullseye. And then there's another set that has She-Hulk, Doctor Strange, and Spidey. And then they also have a lot of other ones, you know, that... Oh, dang it. I'll have to pick that up later. Anyway, that's my pick. Jess. Unmatched. I feel like Waterdeep is more of a pure worker placement game than Midgard. Midgard has a large push your luck element to it with all the die rolling. Yep, absolutely. We'll try Unmatched next. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. Well, I have to go pick up a child from school. So this has been a great conversation, though. I appreciate it. And it went down the Kickstarter route, GameFound route that I wasn't really expecting, but that's okay. I think this was a good conversation, and I appreciate it. I really do. Good questions that were asked, and I think we stayed on board game topic pretty well today, which is a change of pace. That's pretty cool. What have we got coming up? Well, we've got It Belongs in a Museum coming up tomorrow. That's going to be tomorrow morning, usually around 11 o'clock. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to be reviewing... I don't know what I'm going to be reviewing here on the Dice Tower. I'm sorry, here on the Flipside. On the Dice Tower, I'm going to be reviewing Dracula versus Van Helsing from 25th Century Games and Mondu Games. That's going to be my review for the Dice Tower this week. This Thursday, I'm going to return to Falconwood, the Falconwood Files, and we're gonna tackle that one again because I did realize that I made some mistakes last time at the end of the stream. And it probably would have made it a little bit harder, which means that I wouldn't have had to play as long to lose. So we're going to go back to Final Girl on Thursday for our solo mode Thursday. And then Friday, we're not real sure what's going to happen. We've got a couple of ideas, but it is largely dependent upon whether or not JT is going to be able to make it. He has some inspections that are probably going to land Friday, and he doesn't know exactly how long they're going to take. He's going to be able to let me know by Wednesday whether or not he's going to be able to make it on Friday. If he doesn't make it on Friday, Jess and I will fill in, and we'll get something to the table that should be fun to watch. So just hang on to your hats for Friday. We don't know exactly what's going to be happening. Saturday, we will be back with our regular live Q&A. So do come back for that. And if you have not yet done so already, hit that like and subscribe button for me. It really helps us out at the channel. It helps with the algorithms and all that kind of stuff. And then hit the bell icon so that you can be notified when we have more videos coming up. That helps us out a lot here. We also have channel memberships, so you can check those out. They're all Goonie themed. I saw earlier this week, a couple of days ago rather, that people are starting to call my generation the Goonies generation. And both Jess and I were very much on board with that. We'll take that as a compliment. Thank you very much. But we're going to get out of here. Dracula versus Van Helsing is one of our favorite two-player games. We've had it on our shelves for quite some time. I took it to Dice Tower West, and Jess and I played it first there, and we've played it a few times since then. So I think I'm ready for the review. But generally speaking, it's pretty fun. Pretty fun indeed. BGG says 12, so not as young as I thought. Huh? Yeah, it has been a while, Eric, and it's because of her work schedule and the kinds of games that we've been having to play on Fridays. They're just outside of her enjoyment factor range. So, but it is not because she's been playing a lot of games with me and a lot of games at game nights, and we had Doug and Emily over on Saturday after the Steamers West event on Saturday, and we played a bunch of games together then. So she's still playing games. It just hasn't been online because of that change in her work schedule. It's hard to get her back here with the games that we've been playing, but not because I don't want her here, that's for sure. That is absolutely for sure. See you later, you Goonie. Thanks, man. I'm in the Goonies generation. Me too. All right. Got to get out of here. Hopefully it's your child. It is, Luke. Rest assured. Got to get out of here. Thanks for joining me. I certainly appreciate you. We'll see you guys and gals tomorrow for It Belongs in a Museum on the Flipside. Thanks for being here. We'll see you later. Take care.